You can make a difference. You can give hope to a child. You can.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of One on One. My name is David Staal, and today I'm joined by Tecca Jones, who's a fellow mentor. And Tecca, what we're going to do is we're just going to talk about questions that mentors would love to just ask one another. So thanks for being here with us today. First of all, tell me a little bit about how long you've mentored, how old your student is. Tell me that.
Well, I've been mentoring for the last 4 years. My student is a new student of mine this year. I have a new student and 7 years old and just magnificent. And mentoring is fulfilling for me. So.
And what do you like most about your student?
Forgiving. The children are so forgiving. They are so forgiving. I can forget some little trinket, and and I'm always forgiven, and that smile says it all.
There we go. Now, how did you get involved with Kids Hope USA in mentoring to start 4 years ago?
Actually, there was an opening in my congregation, and my pastor introduced me to the program, and I said, I can see myself doing this, and so from there we went to training.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, from that point 4 years ago to now, what's been the biggest surprise about the program for you as far as what you've experienced?
The biggest surprise was my past mentee. My past mentee was a goddaughter of mine that I never got to raise or never got to spend time with her. And we reconnected through Kids Hope USA in kindergarten, and I'm looking at her and I'm just like, I know you, because I was there when she was born.
Wow.
And so Kids Hope, that was the biggest surprise, is how, and I knew some of her problems, and I knew some of the struggles that she had because I knew her past and I knew her parents.
Sure.
So it was a perfect match. It was like that was a union that was put together strictly through, Kids Hope USA.
And isn't it amazing how so many, probably in your program and from what I see across the country, there's these connections that are made through Kids Hope USA where there's a perfect fit for a mentor and a student. As far as your fit with your student this year, tell us a little bit about how that works.
Well, I'm a little nervous. She's very high-spirited. She has taught me a lot, though. Within just a few short weeks, she has taught me a lot. Our match is good because we grow from each other. We learn from each other. We're bouncing ideas off of each other. I mean, just like I can bounce an idea off of her, she has no problem turning it right back around. And I'm like, okay, So we are a good fit. We are a good fit.
And if you could project into the future, what do you think is going to be the greatest impact you have on her from what you know today?
To never give up. To never give up, to keep trying, That's something that we work on a lot. We're not gonna give up. We can't accept defeat. We just have to keep trying, and eventually we'll get there.
And how do you work on that together? I'd love to hear what you do.
Oh, well, we, math seems to be a sore spot for every student, but especially my mentee. I encourage not so much me giving answers, but I encourage exploration.
Okay.
I encourage, what did we do to get here? And what will it take to get there, being the answer.
Okay.
So with exercises like that, we actually live out, not giving up, because we end up with the right answer.
That's wonderful. It's amazing how even in academic work, there are life skills and life lessons to be learned. It's not just about how much the equation equals. It's what else happens. Now, tell us about the role that your prayer partner plays in all this.
Oh, my prayer partner is such a blessing. My prayer partner is there for me when I'm down. My prayer partner has given me words of encouragement when I struggle in certain areas with my mentee. And also my prayer partner prays for the mentee. We have an awesome prayer chain that we utilize through our prayer partners, but prayer works. And we've seen some miraculous things.
And so you mentioned how your prayer partner encourages you. It's probably no surprise to you then the data that we've seen across the country is that the students who show the greatest gains, or greatest outcomes they're called, are those whose mentor has a highly engaged prayer partner. So you would probably agree with that.
And I do agree. I do agree because, believe it or not, without that encouragement, without that piece of the puzzle, I probably wouldn't be as enthused as I am about what I do. I've basically seen how prayer changes things within the ministry and within the students, and I'm gung-ho about it.
That's great. That's great. Now, when people ask you about your role as a mentor, so people outside of your church, outside of your program, what do you say about your your mentoring experience, why you do it, and what it's like? What's your response to them?
My response to them is, if you've ever done something and then stepped back and wondered why you did it, it probably wasn't that impactful for you. But mentoring is so fulfilling. And like I say, the students are so forgiving. So that smile, that forgiveness, it fulfills me. It makes me feel good. And once I've done my 1 hour, I sit back and I reflect, and I'm thankful to have given that 1 hour. And I don't know of anything else that I could do where I would be rewarded so greatly.
And if you can, because Kids Hope USA is an organization built on stories of life change and all that, can you take us into your meetings with your mentee? Share a story of something that happened, maybe something she said. What story comes to mind?
Oh, recently, the last time I went to see her, she remembers me with long hair, and I decided this year to go natural, to stay true to my roots. And so I tried something different with my hair, and immediately you're not her. You don't look the same. So immediately she put this wall up based on, what I've done to my hair. But it was okay, and it was encouraging, and I was able to teach her about the ethnicity of doing my kind of hair. So yeah, so that was a trade-off, but that's one of those stories where I kind of felt like maybe I shouldn't have been so drastic with the change. But again, they're forgiving.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Now, if you were to be talking to me and maybe I'm somewhat interested in volunteering as a mentor, what would you say to me as far as what do you think people like me would need to hear to step forward and volunteer to mentor?
First of all, I would say just do it. I mean, like Nike, just do it. And you'll see, I may not be able to verbalize exactly how I feel, but just do it and you'll understand. But from the perspective of what it does for that student, I would have to say these children will welcome you. They really need that positive force or role model in their life to walk alongside with them, And again, I don't know of anything else than volunteering for a student that would satisfy you like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and a lot of people are looking for something significant to do in life, and from what you're saying, this is it. Look no further, huh?
It is. I'm approaching my senior years, although you can't tell, but I'm filling that empty nest, and I talk to women all the time. Well, why don't, mentoring is a great way to adopt a child. It's a great way to stay youthful. It's a great way to have some fun and put some spark in your life. So, yeah.
That's great. Now, final question is, please complete this sentence. Hope is. How do you complete that sentence?
Hope is loving a child enough to give that child that extra 1 hour of one-on-one time in order to make a change, in order to make a difference, in order to better their academics, better their social skills. Hope is knowing that someone cares.
Wow, that's really great. Thanks, Tecca. And wow, what a great statement. Hope is loving a child enough, because so many kids go through life and just wobble through life with a love and hope deficit. And we know that if you provide love to a child, that child's life is going to change. And when you change a life, it's no small change.
You can make